I'm going to show you what the pre-epiphany stage looks like when it comes to women aging out, aging out of the dating market when they were in their prime. So I will say this, what I'm about to show you is a woman pre-epiphany. This is a self-proclaimed, feminist, a self-proclaimed man-hater herself. She's going to say this, but a lot of guys are not going to catch it. Somebody is going to marry this broad. Trust me. Somebody's going to marry this broad. But a woman going through a pre-epiphany phase before she starts being, quote unquote cooperative and all this stuff. This is what it's going to look like. I'm gonna press play. Fair use.
So I'm back on my bullshit about men. I can't stop thinking about them lately. There's nothing more dangerous to a woman than a man, statistically. But no hate. I'm not even joking. No hate. This is about the journey that I've been on to transmute that into unconditional love. I started to try and see it differently. I'm genuinely curious about them. When you think of like a little boy, before they're tainted by the world, they just really, really want to make everyone in their life happy. I'm feeling a lot of compassion for men. One of the things that's going to help women ultimately is men being in a balanced, aligned state. If I focus a little bit on helping men, I'm also indirectly helping women. And a friend said to me a while ago, she was like, you help women all the time. Like, what about men? And I nearly spewed in her face. Even if I don't help anyone, I'm helping myself heal because I'm getting curious about men and I'm trying to understand them and who they are and why they are the way they are. And I'm looking for the beautiful things inside them to focus on.
Oh, man. She's so full of it, isn't she? She's so full of it. Oh, my God. I mean, where do I begin? I'm starting to want to understand man. And then she begins the video talking about the most dangerous person to a woman is a man. Statistically, it says so. I was like, okay, so that's how we already gonna start off? Wow. Just wow. But I want you guys to take notice because I think what's happening is now you'll scroll on your Instagram, you scroll on your TikTok, and you're seeing like women saying all this crazy stuff about men, a lot of man hating content and just open misandry on the internet. Now, what it used to be in the past, it'll just be like, so a generation before that, it would just be women, quote unquote, bragging about being independent. And then once they hit that epiphany stage, they're like, oh, well, I see Jesus. I see, I'm changed. I'm a religious woman now. I found God or whatnot. Now that is not going to work anymore. Right. So now the new thing is going to be for, Gen Z women, because she's going to age out bad because from this picture, she looks like she is in her late 20s, but I'm already seeing it on her. She's gonna go out bad. But what they're gonna do now, because you see the tattoo sleeve that she already got. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna kind of lean in on their spirituality and because once they hit that age, they know now all that stuff about I hate men and men are dangerous and this and that. Once they hit that age, then they're gonna talk about, man, I actually need a man. They're not gonna say it, but they're gonna realize, man, I need a man. And really, it's not out of love. They just need a man for financial help because they don't really have, the men that would usually just take care of them just off their looks. Those free rides, those free drinks, they're starting to dissipate. Or she's starting to see women younger than her get the type of attention when she was at their age. So she's starting to realize, holy crap, I might need a man, but I'm not going to say it. You know what I mean? So these are the things that we actually, we really try to warn men about these kind of things. But anyway, I'm going to replay it one more time because there's a lot to dissect from this. I love this video though, by the way. I'm going to play this for my live stream. I don't know, no, not tonight, but we on my next live stream, we will dissect this video.
So I'm back on my bullshit about men. I can't stop thinking about them lately. There's nothing more dangerous to a woman than a man, statistically. But
now she's saying, I can't stop thinking about them because right now she's at that age. Once women hit around their 30s, around that time, and they have no kids yet, their biology starts really kicking in where they're just like, yo, you need to get a kid out now. Because usually back then they would have already had that done in their early 20s. But if a woman, if she's around that 30 range and she hasn't had a kid yet, her biology is going to be honored. Like, so that's when she's going to be like, oh, I'm actually been thinking about men a lot. And it's not that she actually likes that man, or that doesn't even mean that she doesn't still hate men. It's just now her biology is kicking in. This is where men have to be very careful with dealing with a woman of that age bracket. Because right there, Now she's going to be looking for, okay, who's going to take care of me? Who's going to give me a kid? Because now her biology is kicking in. So now she's looking to snatch somebody at that point.
No hate. I'm not even joking. No hate. This is about.
Actually, it is all hate, because if you look at her profile, let me bring up her profile. First of all, this is how you know this is a narcissist. Watch this. This is a pure narcissist. Watch this. Esther's universe. These are the main broads calling people narcissists, and then they will have an Instagram profile like this, Esther's universe, and I can see it on her. You see, you got you got the nose ring. So she got the nose ring, the bull dagger ring, the septum. Was it the nose septum piercing of social justice? So she got that ring. So we already know what type of time she's on, but now she's about to hit that point. She knows that she's like at that tail end of enjoying all these free trips, or she's about to get cut off by her dad. That's another thing too, because a lot of those chicks, especially Caucasian chicks, a lot of Caucasian chicks or Asian chicks raised by white dads, they usually still get their stuff paid for up until their late 20s. So she's right at that tail end. So hold on for a second. So if you see that she is saying that, I'm on my journey to learn about men, what kind of imagine if a man came out in their late 20s talking about, it's time to me. I've been hating women since I was getting, women are very dangerous to men. Statistically, it says so. And I'm going to learn about, I'm learning to really like women now. That dude would be labeled a loser. So she goes, learn about men with me in this tab right here in this other video. And it's her interviewing a Chad. Another yo, anybody that picks up this bitch, bro, this is really a man hating like type woman. A lot of you dudes, bro, y'all be simping over these bitches and they be hating you. They just really don't. I'm not gonna say hate, but they could care less if you existed or not. Very indifferent to your presence, right? Let's go back to the video. Let's press play one more time. Oh, is it freezing?
Hey, this is about the journey that I've been on to transmute that into unconditional love. I started to try and see it differently.
Transmute that into unconditional love. So from her hatred of men to unconditional love. Very convenient timing, by the way. And these are the things that we talk about. But bro, she gonna age out bad, dog. Oh my God, I can already see it. About to look like your average English like your average like science teacher that you're not even trying to see. You're just like, oh my God, this bitch, she's about to turn into that. And she's really trying to see if I can just get somebody to take me seriously. So she's putting herself out there a little bit just to see if somebody will take the bait, because like that religious stuff, that stuff not gonna work no more. And especially if you are a person like her, because going by how she looks and how she speaks, and off of her Instagram page, nobody will buy it if she did the Christianity thing like that OnlyFans chick did, that the conservatives like. I forgot what her name is. Nala. Yeah. She like that. That would be harder for her to convert than Nala, because Nala already had a background in Christianity, so she was able to smoothly, transition back and fake her way back in there, and people bought it. But for somebody like this, they're not going to buy it. Like, obviously, I didn't buy what Nala was selling, but she was able to fit back in because she already knows the Christian lingo. She knows how to fake her way back in. Whoever this Esther's universe is she won't be able to do that. So she's going to go about trying to get back in men's good graces by doing it this way right here.
I'm genuinely curious about them. When you think of like a little boy before they're tainted by the world, they just really
What, tainted by who, by the way? Not the world, really by women, but that's a whole other story for another day.
Really want to make everyone in their life happy. I'm feeling a lot of compassion for men. One of the things that's going to help.
Oh man, you know what I need to do? I gotta send this video to Chronic. I don't even care if he takes like the credit. I need people to see this video. This video is priceless right here.
Women ultimately is men being in a balanced, aligned state. If I focus a little bit on helping men, I'm also indirectly helping women. And a friend said to me a while ago, she was like, you help women all the time. Like, what about men? And I nearly spewed in her face. Even if I don't help anyone, I'm helping myself heal because I'm getting.
So she clearly still hates men, like clearly. But I always say, just imagine if a man made a similar video to this. Just a similar video, anything close, like adjacent to this. I'm starting to learn about women, and I'm going to not hate women. First of all, his channel will not even be monetized. I even think his channel or his Instagram would have been reported. People have been calling him incel, virgin, all in the comments. Yo, whoever, I will say this: the man that decides to put a ring on her, I will not feel sorry for you. Like the time, I will say this: the time to feel sorry about men getting, like the men that are getting married now. I'm talking about now, or the men that are becoming even. I know dudes still marrying single moms now. The men that are doing that now, I have no sympathy for you because the information right now, it's there. It's literally in your face. Pause. Right. So it's right there for you. If you just refuse to see the evidence, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Curious about men, and I'm trying to understand them and who they are and why they are the way they are. And I'm looking for the beautiful things inside them to focus on.
So now she wants to focus on the good side of men. So she just inherently believes that men are just evil. Like what kind of human is this? If I went around saying this about what women are inherently what? And she gets away with it. She gets away with it. That's just wild to me. But let's look at this comments though. Let's look at her post. The actual post. Let's look at the actual post. And then we'll read the comments because this is wild to me. Esther's Universe. She goes, I used to be so scared of men. I've always loved them, but I genuinely feared them, and I had a bit of resentment inside me about that. The average bitch that go to college, they be saying this stuff like that. All right. Next paragraph. She goes, since one of my biggest goals is to arrive at balance and harmony within myself and help bring the world into balance, that meant going on a journey. They're always on a fucking journey. That meant going on a journey to turn that low-key resentment into love without conditions. No, that's she has no idea what unconditional love is. I remember Corey Holcomb on Zoe Williams' show, the great, legendary, the goat of comedy, Corey Holcomb, right? He tested this girl on the show. He was on Zoe Williams' show, where the woman was like, I even know things happen between me and black men, but I love black men and blah 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 this. And he's like, but do you love our flaws, right? And that was a test. And she was like, well, and blah 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 blah. She tried to a whole turnaround on why she shouldn't have to accept flaws in this. And Zoe Williams put his head down because we already knew what that means. If you love somebody, you love everything that comes with it. You because you're not perfect. As first of all, nobody's perfect. She goes, well, of course I don't love the flaws, but you know what? You got to do something. You got to fix. Bro, nobody's perfect. You got to love if you say you love somebody, you got to love everything that comes with it. This is why we tell people find a decent person to be around with because nobody's going to be perfect. Find a decent person that you can trust, that you care for. Because if you're a person that's always all like, man, I can't accept these, everybody's going to be flawed somewhere. And if you're always looking for a flaw, you'll end up turning down a 90% man. Somebody that's like the man is hitting 90% of what you're actually looking for, but because you're going to focus on that 10%, you're going to just turn him down. This is what this situation reminds me of right here. Anybody that marries this chick, she's going to divorce the ish out of you. I'm talking about divorce graping, like real divorce graping. You know what I mean? So right here, continues on. She says, it's been really healing so far. I have been so much lighter, more magnetic, more aligned, and feeling so much worthiness for love in all aspects of my life. Yeah, this sounds like a girl really. This might not even be pre-epiphany. This might be pure epiphany phase, right? Pure, epiphany stage right here. True harmony on earth is going to require us to have patience for ourselves while we transmute generations of trauma into love. And right here, I said, Cap. Somebody said, "Trust me, you can't help us." Yeah, that's another thing. She was talking. I'm here to help men. Also, look at what you the one that was saying you hated, and she put that disclaimer in the beginning. Men are the most dangerous to women. Those are facts. Look it up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways, this guy says, "Trust me, you can't help us. Help yourself and help women to remove the indoctrinations of feminism." Well, that's too late. Oh Lord. Somebody said the work. So right, he said, "I feel like you were never off your BS." Nah, she's talking. Oh, she replied to that because she know she's not off. She literally explained that she really isn't off her BS. Somebody said, "You sharing this epiphany, wow, with me months ago accelerated me to do the same." Epiphany, epiphany stage. Yeah, it's not. This is not even. You know what? I made a mistake. This is not even pre-epiphany stage. This is epiphany stage. But when I mean by saying pre-epiphany stage, I'm just saying like there's always going to be signs where a man-hating woman like herself and many man-hating women that you see on TikTok talking all that ish because they in their early 20s. Everybody's literally like, especially the Caucasian women on there, the really fit, skinny ones that might be kind of pretty, but they get all the attention in the world because they're just Caucasian and fit. That's really all it takes. All they have to do is not be fat, and they're gonna get literally the world given to them. So during that time, they're gonna be talking mad cash ish. But once they get a little bit older, once they get into that late 20s, then all of a sudden, I'm gonna go on a journey. I'm back from my journey of self discovery, and I was wrong to be hating on all men. I'm like, oh, interesting timing. Around the age what, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And for some, sorry, and for a lot of Caucasian women specifically, that epiphany stage could start, or pre-epiphany stage could start a little bit earlier. It could actually start at 24, really 25, because out of all the races, Caucasian women age like the worst. You know what I mean? So they have to really be, once they hit that latter stage of their 20s, they can't be playing around. You know what I mean? When it comes to finding a man. But I can't believe people are falling for this. That this is hilarious. I can't wait. You know, people. I hope people see this video. I really hope. I don't even care if people like steal the video, even though I don't own the video. Meaning, if somebody just takes this idea, because this should be like right here. This should be the prototype in terms of this is a woman hitting the epiphany stage or the pre-epiphany stage. This is the signs right here. This video. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I know you see that ticker at the bottom. What's it say? Joy Taylor gets her cheeks claps for promotions. That's just me fooling around. But yeah, hit the like, share, subscribe, drop a comment down below. I might leave a link to her Instagram I'm not gonna do that. But you see her Instagram profile. You can look it up. We might be seeing more content from her in the future.